Welcome to Rev and BP, the podcast where real estate meets romance and absolutely nothing is off limits. Meet your hosts, Ben Stentz of Lux Property Group, your go-to guy for luxury homes, killer deals, and occasional dad jokes, and Kristen Gonzalez of Hype Woman Productions, wedding planner, chaos coordinator, and certified vibe curator. They're cousins, they're besties, and they bring the energy. From love and real estate to big life moves and beautiful spaces, and mostly a bunch of random shit you didn't need to know. Pull up a chair, pour up a drink, and get ready to laugh, learn, and low-key spiral with the best cousin combo in the game. This is Rev and BP. Let's get into it.
Hello from Cleveland.
Hey now. Yes, I was thinking just a second ago, this is at least the fifth state that we've recorded this podcast from.
That is a funny statistic. I love it.
I mean, at this pace, by next year, we'll probably be like state number 30. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. So
Yeah,
how was your trip in?
it was fine. A pretty uneventful little delay in Newark because of the air traffic controller shortage.
Oh no.
The big issue tied to the government shutdown. So
Yeah.
we like got on. The captain was like, "We're gonna get there early today." I'm like, "Great!" And then he's like, "Update: We're number 28 on the taxiway."
Oh my
He
gosh.
said it's basically because they're just short staffed. So, but
Yeah.
besides that, nothing to complain about. Everything else was smooth. So that's it. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. You told me this morning you had some interesting characters on your flight.
Yes, the one that even as I was leaving, we were getting off the plane. There was a dude dressed head to toe like a clown from a circus, including the red nose on his nose.
That's super scary. I think I would be concerned. I'm just saying.
It's I was the whole
What's
time
going on in Cleveland that we need clowns on the plane?
the whole time I was thinking like, what is this person's story? Like, I wish I was sitting next to him because I would have just been like, "What's up?" Like,
Yeah, like, buddy, have you not slept
yeah,
since Halloween night? What what happened?
more like a 6 day bender from how
Yeah. Yeah, what
we
happened?
were getting ready to get off. I was towards the back. Seems like more and more now. I don't remember this used to happen, but like the custodial crew will like actually start getting on the plane before you're off,
Oh, it's crazy
right?
these
They're like
days.
waiting,
Yeah.
and I was
They're like
waiting.
coming in every row closer
Yeah,
and closer.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And the clown guy was sitting in front of me, and so as we're starting to move up the aisle, I see all the custodial people, and they're like looking at the clown guy, like,
I'm glad he was in front of you so you could keep eyes the whole time.
yes, yes.
I'd be like,
I've
hello?
been making this flight so often that I've kind of figured out the best days to
Mm.
do it, and then I just take the cheapest option. I usually end up sitting in the last row because I don't care.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
it's a 50-minute flight, so I don't care.
Oh, super quick.
Yeah, and United, let me just say this publicly on the pod. No matter how many times you offer me first class on that 50-minute flight for $100, I'm going to say no. So you can quit asking.
Okay. Okay, that's a great PSA.
Hey, my wife and I are all about those first class upgrades, but I'm not spending $100 for a 50-minute flight.
Yeah, I mean that checks out. Whoa, I'm knocking stuff over. What else is going on? Your sister, is she in the room?
She's not in the room. She just went upstairs, but
Okay.
I'm hoping maybe the dog will come down and sit next to me because I feel like after all these episodes, I need to have a dog next to me.
Yeah, we need eight. Well, I'll wake her up. What's the dog's name?
Grizz is
When Grizz comes over so she can have a friend.
Grizz,
I'm supposed to get an Amazon package, you know the drill, at any moment. And so these two could just go berserk. We'll see.
any moment. Any moment. What
Yeah,
else is new? I was spent the weekend in Atlantic City, New Jersey, with my beautiful bride and Uncle Wally and his beautiful bride. We
yeah.
went and saw the Dirty Heads on Friday night on Halloween night, which was really cool. Um, Interesting fact, you're not a Dirty Heads fan, but I think it's an interesting fact because I'm a big fan. There's two main guys,
Mm.
uh, Duddy and Duddy and Jared. And the morning of the show, they put a message out that Jared had some medical situation and had to go home.
Oh no.
He's
What
spinal.
does he play? What does he do?
They both he's kind of the lead, the front guy, the singer, and then Duddy also sings and plays the guitar. And there was
That's
a lot of
crazy.
chatter online. They didn't say this, but a lot of people seem to believe that he had broken a couple ribs somehow.
Okay.
And the couple previous shows in Florida, that people who were there said you could tell he was really struggling.
Oh
So
my
they said he
God.
wasn't going to be at the show, and we're like, this is going to be weird because they kind of go back and forth singing every song.
Yeah.
And Duddy did the whole show, both parts, and he said they've been touring for 25 years. It's the first time he's ever been on stage without Jared.
Oh my gosh. Did he do well?
He did great.
Okay.
He did it like as
Good.
well as you could do it. He's real low key, and Jared's like, ah. So like, he didn't try and be like Jared. He did a great job. So that was cool. We had a fun weekend, and good to spend quality time with my wife, and also, of course, with Wally and his bride, Mrs. Miller, aka Katie Brotherton.
Yeah, we're happy to hear that you and Angie were together and everything was smooth. That's what the people want to hear about.
Yeah, well,
That's a quick take. We love it.
yeah, maybe I'll just share this now. You heard this from me earlier, but I took this weekend as the opportunity. Well, I told my wife about episodes 21 and 22 a few days ago. I just felt like I had to tell her. And I think I said to her, if you want to get a little more insight without watching it, call BP. And she did, didn't she? Or she texted you.
Yeah, we were talking and she was like, so about that. And I was like, please don't. Just don't. Like, just don't. Like, literally don't. There's no
Oh,
need. I like to tell these two, don't bring up old shit.
bring up old. I got that in my pod notes for tonight. Don't bring up old shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I told her, here's the thing. We joked about it all weekend. Angela knows me better than anybody. She knows my tones of voice. She knows my facial
Yeah.
expressions. Like I can't hide anything from like
hmm
she looks at me, she knows like what's happening, right?
100%. Yeah.
I know that when she watches 21, she's gonna be like, is he really fucking being serious right now? She's also might be a little bit annoyed,
She's gonna be a little annoyed.
but it's just minor annoyance. She's gonna be more like, he's such an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
what is he talking about? And then when she sees 22, she's gonna be like,
Thank you.
that's I know that's how he feels about me.
Thank you, everybody, for talking shit on him.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about her watching it. I did over the weekend. I kept saying, "Why don't we put the pod on?" And she was like, "No, no." And Walt was like, "Put it on, put it on." So
Oh
I'm
my
not worried about it.
gosh.
She'll watch it eventually. But she did make a great joke at one point during the concert. She leaned over and she said, 21 and 22 are just hanging over my head right now. So
Oh my God. Well, I'm glad y'all had a good weekend for real.
we had a great weekend, and whenever we're together, we have a great time. That's
Yeah.
that's that's why it's a big win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I have something to tell you, and I think you're gonna be upset.
Oh,
So, per your text request, so when I got that text yesterday, so I had a wedding yesterday that we'll go over quickly in a second. But for a second, I thought that it was just to me, like I didn't notice that Dusty Buns was on it.
I'm surprised you bringing this up. I thought you didn't even see it. I was like silence. I was like,
No,
"Damn."
I was at a wedding. I had a wedding all night, so I didn't respond. But when I saw Dustin was on it, I was like, "Oh, you're not gonna get a response." Well,
Nothing.
he's literally home right now. He's in the kitchen. That's why the door's closed. He's studying.
The door is closed.
He's studying today. He has a biggest exam this Wednesday. So, one, he saw it and then just forgot. This is what he does. He sees it and is like doing something else he was studying and then forgets about it. And then I bring it up and he's like, and then he probably will never respond. That's just, Dusty Bun's way. I said, I gotta go tell Ben.
I don't,
He was
well,
like, well, tell him I'm studying. I'm like, I will, but
I'm not going to
It's
text him
funny that
tonight.
you're home.
I'm not going to text him tonight because he's studying, but I will follow up on that same thread and just be like, "Hey, just checking in." I'll give it a couple days, just checking in to see if you had a chance to think about it.
Yeah, text him on Thursday.
All right, Thursday.
Yeah,
I was
Thursday,
like,
Thursday.
damn. In fact, I even took a look. I'll show you. I even
Yeah.
took a screenshot of it because I was going to be like, "Hey, did you get this? Did you get this text? Did you get this text
I
yesterday?"
got it. I know I had a wedding, so crazy about the wedding and for everybody else. So we actually have a guest speaker on today.
Yeah,
Karina Benavides is going to be on with us in like, I don't know, 10-ish minutes. So stay tuned. We have more with her coming soon. But so the wedding I had yesterday, it was so beautiful. This was actually a referral. She's a triplet, the bride, and we did her one of the other sisters' wedding last April, and that was like the torrential downpour. This one was like outside, very woodsy, twinkle light. It was beautiful. And actually is my last, I almost said first, my last wedding of the year, kind of. I say that to say it's like full planning that I'm going to be at. We
right.
have one more full planning that two other team members are doing without me, excuse me, for the first time ever.
The
And
fifth,
then the last one, we're doing like some shuttle busing direction management stuff, and then like bar stuff, not serving, but coordinating things.
right.
So I was like, oh my gosh, it's like my last one kind of the year, you know?
Well, obvious
Good.
questions. What about the third sister? We got to get her too, right?
She got married last year, I think at the end of last year. I was telling the bride, I was like, so who did Brittany use?
Yeah, yeah. We want to know. We want to
What
know.
happened? No, it was really cool. It was really cool to like see the family again and see that other couple. And these two are just so cute. I'm pretty sure they're like in Africa on their honeymoon right now. They
Hmm.
were going somewhere wild. So it was really cool and fun and super fast wedding. They only had a 12-hour or yeah, a 12-hour rental. So it was from 10 to 10. That's like one of the earliest ones we've ever cleaned up and dipped out on.
Yeah.
Um, but hey, it was really good.
I saw
Really good.
on IG yesterday a kid I know from Princeton. He's not a kid. He's probably in his early, he's probably around your age, early, maybe a little couple years younger. He's a college basketball coach and he currently works at University of California at San Diego. And he's been
Okay.
dating this girl, and I saw on Instagram that he was down on one knee, popped the question. I immediately, because Angela taught him years ago, I immediately texted her and I was like, we need to text him and tell him to hire BP because she's all
Oh,
about these California weddings.
I know. My gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. What was I gonna say? I was gonna tell you something. Oh, a guy from my networking group that I go to every Thursday early morning. Um, I hold like three different seats, like the events, the visitor, and what else? Oh, social. I do so much.
Baller, baller, baller,
Volunteer.
baller,
Are you saying baller?
baller.
Okay. I was like, what are you saying? Um, but he had just proposed to his now fiance too. And so I gotta see him this week and be like, so what's up? What's up? That's the
That's
point of that
before the
group.
P and I.
Exactly.
Exactly. We need to keep the business amongst each other.
Yes, 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 yes. So
I
so we'll
like
see.
that. Yeah.
But that's like the big news over here. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I definitely am. In fact, I was looking at my calendar when I was on a plane today trying to
Hmm.
get things lined up, and I have to go back down to Delaware next weekend, but shortly after that, I may come up to Jersey and just be there for like 2 full weeks because
That's nice.
I feel like I'm getting into Thanksgiving mode, and that makes me, of course, want to be around my people. And
Yep.
I'm thinking about trying to do that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Um, yeah. Is our guest in the waiting room yet?
No, gosh, that'd be
Okay.
awkward if she was in there and I didn't see it. No, she's
Okay.
oh yeah.
All right, cool. I think we got like 5 more minutes.
Um,
until she joins. So she's actually the reason why we're having her on. We'll preface a little bit for everybody. So this woman is amazing. She owns a jewelry shop in Fort Worth. And it's so funny. Uh, we've partnered on a couple different expos since I started this business. And you're really not supposed to do that, but we do. We're rule breakers, and that's okay. That shit's expensive, which is part of what we'll be talking about today. But she's amazing. This Thursday is actually our issue release party, and it's at her shop. So we'll get into a little bit of that. But yeah, when I did our final walkthrough for that party, we were talking about like how's everything going and like man, now I signed up for this and that and I'm just paying, for no reason. So, and I won't get ahead of myself. I'm just excited to talk about it because there's just so much that we're going to get into with it. But I'm sure you have a lot of topics that you're going to bring up too when she joins us in a few minutes.
well, I think, so much of it, no matter what type of business you're in, if you're a, self-employed entrepreneur, those things there's like it's a whole industry of people who are trying to target me and you. People,
Yeah,
younger businesses who maybe, at the beginning you're a little bit nervous. Do you have enough cash flow? Am I making enough money? And if somebody puts something in front of you that's sparkly at the right moment when you're like maybe feeling kind of nervous and fearful about the next few months of your business, good marketing is good marketing. And if it kind of like catches you and you're like, you know what, like that's a risk, but that could be exactly what I need right now. Next thing you know, you're spending the money and um, yeah,
totally.
yeah.
I know.
I think
Uh,
everybody's probably been victim to it at some point, of
and
looking back and thinking that was so silly. Why did I do that?
Yeah, and I mean, especially during the holidays, even for people without a small business, like normal people, who just like have their corporate jobs, it's like 'tis the season. There's always times of the year that you'll get caught up in these advertisements and like you said, flashing lights right in front of you. Hold on, she's asking for the passcode. Okay,
Oh,
stand by.
do,
Stand
do
by.
you have it or do you need me to give it
I
to you?
have it. No, I got it. There we go.
Listen, we keep security high here. There's a lot of people trying to hack into the pod. First
Yeah, you
comes love, then comes mortgage. We got to protect our entity. Can't have people just Zoom
can-
bombing us trying to act crazy on here.
Okay, she said she found it, so she's probably getting it. Hey, I love the new set, by the way. I know you're in Cleveland.
Yeah,
Uh,
refresh from my sister's living room. Go to episode 24. You can see it back there. We travel with all our props. In fact, I didn't even have all my lights on. Uh,
oh, there you go.
I got to
Oh, there
brighten up
you
a little bit.
go.
Sorry, listen, I'm out of my element. The dog knocked down the whole setup earlier. All
Oh,
right,
that's good.
here comes Karina. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right.
Karina!
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Great, thank
Good. Okay, well, welcome to the Rev and BP pod. This is my cousin Ben.
you.
Um, we're and so we have had a lot of guests on the show, and so we're going to introduce you. And the rite of passage is to introduce your full legal name. And it was hilarious that your name popped up before your face because it's different. Like I'm like,
This is my married my last name, but I haven't legally changed it.
okay. Okay, amazing. Well, welcome to First Comes Love, Then Comes Mortgage, the Rev and BP podcast. So, Ben is my cousin. He is a realtor in Delaware and New Jersey, and he normally lives in his house in Delaware, and his wife is in New Jersey, so they kind of bounce back and forth. Right now, he's at his sister's house visiting him and or her and their parents in Cleveland. So he has a different backdrop,
Background.
different set. I'm in my house. I got my cutie little pink light in the back. You know how I roll. Are you at your
I'm at
shop
my
right now?
office. Do you mind if I close the door that way
Go for
there's
it.
noise? Okay, give
Yeah,
me
do
one
it. This is
This
small,
is,
but we're
you have anything bad you want to say about her? You say it now, Kristen.
not at all.
I know you're a big fan.
Not at all. Oh my gosh, I love it. I probably know exactly where she is because I've been to her shop a few handful of times.
I'm in the little private office that I just rented,
Oh, okay.
like the lives and
Mhm.
e-commerce. So,
Okay, I can picture it. I can picture it. Okay, so introduce yourself, your full name, your business, what you do, and then we're gonna ask some questions and kind of get into the nitty-gritty.
sure, definitely. So, hi everyone. My name is Karina Benavides. I'm the owner of Zafiro Jewelers. And at Zafiro, we love to create beautiful stories and pieces that are going to be passed on to from generations to generation. So, we love to use only like precious metals. And also, we love to do custom bridal engagement rings or wedding bands or anything custom, like personalized. That is something that I'm definitely curating more this year. And other than that, we also offer experiences in store like permanent jewelry, ear
Yeah.
piercing.
Where's
Yeah,
my piece? Let me show my piece off. I have
Oh,
a few
show
of
it
them,
to us.
but this one right here is my favorite. Oh, it's kind of there's the
that's how
heart.
we met. Yes.
I
Like,
know. I
Hmm.
love all things heart. It's so funny. I don't think I told Ben yet. Well, I told you that our party's going to be at her space. Um, but as we were going in and doing the final walkthrough, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I just pick some of my favorite pieces to like showcase like it's our party, and then I want your favorite pieces too, and it's like an awesome collab. I literally go to one of the counters. I'm like, okay, I love everything that's here. Keep it all.
don't change anything.
Yeah, don't change a single thing.
Yeah, and that's
Um,
a little bit about me. I'm a second generation jeweler, and I started this really online. And I just 5 years ago decided to go full time. I used to work for corporate, specifically the airline industry, which I still truly love. I always say that if I have to go back to an industry, it would be that industry. I just enjoy it very much. But I love what I do. I've been in the industry of the jewelry business since I was 12 years old because of my parents. And I think it's just something that I don't feel it like it's a work. I just
yeah.
come and I enjoy it and it feels great. Like I used to don't like Mondays, but I enjoy them. I know. I love it. Like today I'm seeing a client at 6. I saw one at 11 and it's just fun, It's like something I truly enjoy.
Yeah, I was telling Ben I had a wedding last night and I usually I we got out early. It was like a really early ending, like 10 p.m. and normally I pay my team the next day. Sometimes if we get done super early, I pay them that night. And so I did last night and Alex was like, "Oh my gosh, I like forgot that this was work. We're just hanging out." So I get to hang out and get paid. Woo, winning. So I'm glad that it feels that way. And thank you for giving us your Monday evening.
No,
I'm
no.
excited I get to see you on Thursday as well.
Well, I had a
Um,
goal this year to be on a podcast, and so you're my second one this year.
woo!
Second, I also wanted to get an interview through a TV show, but that has been like a little bit on a pause there. So
Okay.
hopefully one day, it's gonna come.
Are
So,
we talking like The View? What's the goal? What type of show?
oh, I actually wanted to do like a TV, like any programs that could host our story,
Yeah.
kind of tell what we do. So that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to go into one of those morning shows or NBC or Telemundo. They're in English or Spanish, but we haven't had the chance yet. So hopefully one
Yeah.
day.
No, it's coming.
It is coming, yes.
Oh yeah, Ben, let her know you're multilingual.
Yeah, except I don't have a TV show to bring her on. I'm sure Karina knows from talking to you, the Miss Portuguese over there. We got a lot of Portuguese and Spanish, our family, our extended family, Portuguese, Spanish, Guatemalan, Puerto Rican, Cuban. Uh, what am I missing, BP? We got
I don't know. But half of us can't speak the language, so that's a bummer.
I did give my wedding vows in English, Spanish, and Portuguese.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, that's
yeah.
nice.
Ben is next level. Next level.
That's perfect.
But so okay, Karina, during our walkthrough, we were talking about like, hey, how's it going? Okay, everything's good. You got this going on. You tried a new venture, and it's like, yeah, that was not worth my time and money. And I'm like, I was just talking to my cousin Ben about this. We've got to have you on the pod. And we've got to talk about this because I feel like I want to not say problem, but like it's a thing that a lot of people have to deal with. And I was telling Ben also, we just have a couple more weddings like the rest of this year. And I'm glad I don't have anything in December so I can just evaluate. For the last month of the year, I just want to like not do anything for anybody else. I want to figure out my stuff and like really figure out what's important and what's not important. So, do you mind kind of going into like what has come across super flashy for you and how do you decide, if that's important or um like, what are you typically spending your money on or giving your chance potluck money to, and how has that affected your business?
Yeah, so I had a problem in being like a person that would always say yes, yes to everything. And I
Yeah.
think in the early stage of the business, the first year I was mainly online because it was COVID year and most of the
Mm,
things were online. But towards the end of of that year of COVID, I did start doing a little bit more local
yeah.
business, trying to connect with the community here locally. And one thing I realized really quick then was that in order for me to grow online, I needed a big budget. And when we start a business, it's hard to have money that you're putting on ads when you're just trying to figure out what you want to do and
Yeah.
you want to sell. So I was showing up on social media organically. One thing I did do is I learned myself how to manage it. But did I love it? No. And so I quickly, that first year, I outsourced um, social media to someone.
Mm,
And that really helped me. I feel very, very much. I know it was back then, it was only three posts a week and and two stories. We were just paying $250 because she was a beginner. So I
yeah.
think when you're beginning a business, you're starting a business, if you can kind of pair with another person that's also trying to build their business,
Yeah.
the costs will be kind of aligned a little bit because they know you're not making a lot of money.
Mhm.
And so that I took that risk. I think it really helped me learn what I wanted to do. And then in the second year, I started thinking more of refining and my vision of the business. Like I was selling a lot of fashion jewelry, and that wasn't me, you know?
Mm,
I was like, no, this is not me. I wear more like fine jewelry, like real gold,
yeah.
a few semi-fine stuff, yes, and like a few fashion jewelry, but not the type of person that would just go buy any type of jewelry out there. So I started refining my collections. That also helped me because the more you're showcasing on social media, the harder it is to attract clients. And that really helped me niche down, okay, the wedding industry is kind of where I want to focus myself, but what part of the wedding industry is going to be somehow successful? And
Yeah.
that was like the bridal part, like engagement rings and wedding rings. No matter if there are that many divorces out there, there will always be people getting married. So, I was like thinking, okay, wait, I don't have $1 million to open a jewelry store with like diamonds and fine jewelry. So I started networking here locally with other jewelers that I didn't see them that were like super big or they were working out of an office, out
Yeah.
of home. And I just started chatting with them. I think networking has to be very intentional because you can't just go. Now I'm very strategic also with like events that I'm doing and
Yeah.
saying yes to events and clients that I want to work with.
Hmm.
So in my second year, I really, really defined also my ideal customer. Who is my ideal customer? Yes, we're going to serve different type of clients, but there is one type of client that you want to have, and that's what's going to help you when you're pricing your product, your service,
Yep.
because okay, you know that this piece, okay, my ideal client is gonna go buy it. this is the price, and you're not going to be afraid when you're out there, let's say at a pop-up event, because I was doing a lot of local pop-up events. Um, if they say no, then that's not your ideal customer. So I
Right.
think learning how to manage my brain in this is the client that I want, and I'm going to stay focused on this, you know?
Yeah.
So that really has helped me a lot, like the networking and refining the brand, where I want to head, where I see myself in 5 years. You know, I know it's hard to, sometimes people don't have that vision, like where they want to head. But one
Right.
thing that also helped me that I invested early on too was like a mentor,
Mm.
someone that was, I paid for a mastermind. It is a little pricey, but I think it was just invaluable time for me because then she taught me how I want to manage my business with my personal life.
Was
So
that person in your field? Were they also a jeweler or just some
no,
general business?
it was just she was just a general coach for like businesses. Actually, she's from Puerto Rico, and so the funny thing is that she has a podcast and it was called How to Quit Your Corporate Job. Well, not doesn't say corporate, but How to Quit Your Job Happily. That kind of like, got me
You're
thinking.
like, sign me up.
Yeah, because I was in corporate and I was making very decent money, and it was hard to let go of that income that was steady every month. I
Yep.
was making a little bit more than I was making more than my husband then. And so
Mhm.
I was like, oh my God, how do I leave this? So
Yeah.
it was talking through him our finances. This was not like a thing, oh, let me quit, today. It was a
Right.
2-year plan. And I think we get a little bit rushed into what we want.
Hmm.
I think about where I am right now, and sometimes I won't lie. I feel like I want to quit and just go work 9 to 5. When I don't have a sale or when I don't have, a good day with the business, I'm like, man, today was so bad. Like the other day, Saturday, I just sold $35. And I'm
Like
like,
all
yeah.
day, 35 all day.
Yes, but
Yeah,
no, no, not that was not Saturday. Sorry, that was on Sunday. But
sure.
then I said, you know what? It's okay. We're gonna finish the day amazing. I'm gonna hop on a live, which I already had planned. We ended up closing the day with 1,500.
Okay.
It's so it's like early on the day, I was already sad because it was already
Yeah.
4 o'clock and we had only sold that, but then we went online. So I think that um, it's important, because if I had kids, I probably wouldn't be working on a Sunday
Mm.
evening. I think that also helped me with the coaches designing the lifestyle that I want. That's why I have kept myself in a private showroom. I don't want to be in a plaza, things like that. So investing in that is really crucial to know where you want your business, and it really helped escalate my business. At that point, mentality, like your mindset, once you hit that 6 figure per year, um, it's easier to escalate
Yeah,
to bigger numbers. But the hardest part is to get to that 6 figure.
right.
I'm gonna do it. After that, it's like a snowball. As long as you have a good marketing plan, you're showing up every day, whether it's a slow day and you're consistent. That's what I think it's where people start failing is they're not consistent like on their content. And again, you don't have to. I was I've been blessed that I've been able to afford the agency
Hmm.
that posts for me, but I have to create a lot of the content myself.
Yeah, and that stuff is like another full-time job. We were
Yeah.
talking about this too, right, Ben? Like
Yeah.
talking about showing up. What episode are we on? I don't even remember.
24.
There you go. So we're on episode 24, and the last episode we were talking about how we have viewer feedback that we kind of go through on the tail end of the episode. And a few people who have been following us since episode 1 are like, you guys just show up every week. We do this every week, right? We didn't know how it was going to go. Now we have a pretty good following. We're seeing our social numbers spike up, and it's like, yeah, it's because at the beginning we were just, shooting the shit, not really knowing how this was going to go. And now we come with a plan, a purpose, like people have gotten to know us. We've
You
got,
were testing the waters. I had a podcast for and I only had 7 episodes. And then after I quit, because I evaluated and it wasn't the thing I wanted to do. I did it with Gabby, another
Oh
wedding,
yeah. Hmm.
photographer,
Yeah.
and it was called I'm Engaged and Now What. But it
I
wasn't the
love
right
that.
time. Yeah, and it wasn't the right time back then. But I know that podcasts can be very what's the word I want to use? If you know how to use it, it could be very profitable in the long run.
Yeah.
It's something very slow.
Hmm.
See it at the beginning, but
Yeah.
eventually once it hits.
Yeah. I love it. I feel like all three of us have similar like journeys in our own type of way, right? Like we all had different industry type jobs, sort of for me, and then like kind of figuring out what's important to us, and then, taking our schedule and our life by the balls, and then switching it up and just making it happen. I go by manifesting. That's my business plan. Um, but like you, kind of being that yes woman and trying to figure out, okay, I've never done this before in our first year. Now we're in year two. It's like, okay, I've done this a couple times, the expos, and I'm like, this
Yes.
is probably not it, right?
Mhm.
Like, there's this people that go in certain areas, they're looking for mega discounts. And I get it. I would want to too if I'm an attendee. But at the time, like, that's just not it. So, when I very first started this business, I remember seeing online everywhere, not to poo-poo on it, but like, don't get on Wedding Wire or Wedding Pro or whatever. And I'm like, I see all the hate. I have to try it for myself. Of course. You have to, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like a glutton for punishment. And so I did, and I was like, yeah, they were right. So,
Yeah.
But there's a difference between like wedding wire or whatever it's called, or
mhm.
signing up to participate in the expos when your business is young. In those cases, neither of you knew. You might have heard what the experience was like, but you didn't know. And it could have been the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
You needed to do those things and then decide, as Karina was saying, like, that's not the kind of business I want to run, or that's not how I want to spend my time.
yeah.
So in some ways, it's almost a necessary evil that you try things. It helps you to figure out, like, get centered back to what's important to you versus spending money like a drunken sailor because like you get like an email like, hey, like sign up now. We guarantee we'll send you 10 wedding leads in the
Those
next
scare me.
yeah. And then you do it because you're desperate or you need a little money and you realize like I wasted that money. And I say that because I've done that in the real estate world. That Kristen, I think since we talked about this a week ago, I bet you I've gotten 5 or 6 text messages from random people like, hey, we've got these great real estate leads in your area. Like
Oh,
we're running a discount right now. Like we'll give you the leads for half price.
yeah.
So I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, my phone doesn't stop ringing. I'm not. But
Stop.
I have done that before, not with like people I didn't know, but some of the big names, Zillow and Realtor.com, that they'd be happy to sell you leads that they claim are really high quality, and I
Yeah.
paid for them, and they're not great. So
That's the thing too, right? Like with the big name companies, you're like, okay, how did you get to be this big? I feel like I should trust you in some capacity, but then it's like maybe not.
yeah,
It's really
Yeah.
hard. I'm still figuring it out. Again, we're in year two, and it's like I have to do it myself to know that it's not that, or it is that. But yeah, what else,
I agree
Karina?
with you on making decisions out of desperation, like Ben
Yeah.
said, because I have done that. I will share a little story here. I signed up for my first magazine in my first year, I think, of business.
Not hype and hitched. She's not talking
No,
about
no, no,
hype and
no.
hitched.
It was I think it was it was my second year. And I think it was like a $4,000 investment. Again, I'm a risk taker. And I remember, they gave me all this. I wanted to get into the industry so badly that I desperately said yes. started paying the magazine. And you know what? The problem is we don't think about the big number right then and there because they break it down to you in like little payments. And I think I was paying like maybe 150. Oh, it's 150 easy, you know?
Yeah, right.
But after that, now I will say, good thing was is that I was able to do networking locally and I connected with a few great people that I'm still connected with from that magazine.
Oh, wow.
Um, and so I think that was at the end of the day, I said, okay, at least I got that from that one.
Right.
But I didn't learn my lesson and I signed up again to another one. It was very expensive too. I think from that one, I don't want to bash it because I feel like maybe I haven't gotten the entire return, but I did get a few business from that one.
Okay.
So, but would I would sign up again for it? Honestly, I don't think so. And I'm not talking about, it was like a $6,000 magazine.
Oh man. And
Yeah.
that's even more confusing, right? Too, like, okay, they get you to spend all this money and you get a little bit, but not what you were hoping for. So it's like, do I do it again? I
Yeah.
don't know. I
No,
wish
no,
it would
no.
just go one way or the other.
And then last year, business
Oh,
was,
she said 3 times, baby.
and the number kept increasing. So you better increase your magazine, Kristen.
I know. I need.
It went up to $9,000 this time.
Oh,
I did a 3 year.
oh
I
my
did,
gosh.
yeah, and this was not like in the wedding industry. It's more like a city lifestyle type of thing. So far, I haven't gotten any leads. I will
Oh,
say though, they promote a lot, like on social media, they share, but that's not what we want. We want
right.
business, you know, especially
Yeah.
if you're spending $9,000. But anyhow, I am just praying because thankfully I can break the lease at 18 months. So next year in July, I am definitely going to celebrate. So
Oh.
I don't, you know, there are some that you could benefit from. And like your idea of yours, I really like it. It's like telling a story. And it's also not something that's like overly priced, you know? Yeah, it's great and it's just different. So, you know, it depends, you know, what I'm gonna be doing again, but I will never sign up for those magazines again because it didn't work for me. And
Yeah.
for the expos, like you said, I had not tried the expo before I met you because I had heard stories from other people that have done
Yeah.
them before and the booths were expensive and
So
I don't
expensive.
mind paying for a booth but I need to make my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so especially for my regular jewelry I go to a lot of events. That is one thing I have refined to at the beginning when in my second year of business and third year and last year I think was my last year. I was doing a lot of pop-ups in breweries, anywhere I was going, because you know, I do the experience of the permanent jewelry, I sell
Yeah.
my fine line. So I was going everywhere. And one day last year, it was so hot out there in a pop-up I was doing in a nice area in Dallas, a lot of customers. We do great. I was next to this lady, she does wine.
Mhm.
Um, like wine art for a bottle. So she kind of has someone that will do the wine for her, but she does the art for the wine, the
Okay.
bottles.
That's cool.
It was beautiful. Yes, and her wine bottles were like $35 a bottle with her art.
Oh,
And to me, it was like, oh my God, I appreciate this. It's so cool. Like it's bottles that you can leave and decorate your house and stuff.
yeah.
Remember, I go, hey, did you promote that you were going to be here and this and that? And she's like, you know, to be honest with you, it's my first time doing this, but I don't think I'm gonna come back. And I said, why? You know, I'm trying to tap into this luxury market because really she wanted to sell like memberships. She had like a great
Okay.
vision. And I don't think this is my market, you know? And I feel like it will kind of make my brand look, you know, lessen, like it's gonna lessen it from where who I want to tap in or people
Yeah.
are seeing me here. And yeah, this might be good to make some sales for a day, but it's not the market I want to. So I don't really post that I'm in these places. I just come and do it. And she said to me, and you know what? Your brand looks really nice here displayed. I don't think this is your market either. And I said, no, it's not. And I had just a wedding planner that I had met. She had just come in and She
We'll get you, I'll tell you that.
she came in. No, I met her from before because I had done an event with her privately, and she came to repair her jewelry. She's like, "You need to get into like the country clubs, Karina. You need to
Oh
get
yeah.
because we were talking. So I sell solid gold and
Hmm.
diamonds and stuff.
Yep.
And honestly, that rang a bell that day. This was last year, and I am so proud that this year I have picked event where my ideal client is.
Good.
And I have already scheduled like 5 events at country clubs right now for the holidays.
For
Oh
you.
my gosh, that's
I
awesome.
did not, I was so desperate. I wanted to sign up for that bazaar because it's like a good one in the weekends.
Yeah.
It's on a Sunday. I didn't want to be up in the morning on a Sunday. It's like
Hmm.
I think once you start growing your company and your brand and you know where you're headed, you gotta really focus in that area that you want to stay in because
Yeah,
that's what's gonna start leveling up to get those better clients that you want. And I think for
totally.
you, like you're in the wedding industry, wedding planning, once you start refining that and the not every wedding you have done is a wedding you would want to have again or the client you had. You're like, okay, maybe this is not the client I want, and you start refining them, is what
Yeah. I
um
will say it's so funny. Your experience. I have had the opposite experience. Just one time where it's like I'm at kind of a pop-up event. And I actually felt like, oh man, everybody that's here is way hella fancier than me. I'm like, I shouldn't be here. This is definitely not my event. So it could go both ways.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I spent so much money on that because I know the person who is running it. And you just kind of get convinced like, okay, I really love you. So you telling me that this could be a good event for me, I'm going to trust you. But it's like you can still trust somebody and say no
yeah,
to their opportunity. That's super hard for
it is
me.
hard.
It is.
Yeah.
I just declined an event. It was at a boudoir
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
And at first I said, okay, like what is the type? Like, so now I ask questions. How many
Hmm.
clients are coming? What's your average count that is coming? I ask these questions. What's like, how are you marketing? Like,
Right. Is it just like a golden necklace on a naked lady? Like, what are we talking about?
yeah.
Right? Like,
And you know what? Again, this year I have said multiple times no. And I said to her, I am very sorry this time I won't be able to participate because I have to deploy employees.
yeah.
I have a store now, so I have to think that my store needs to be managed. So I need to have someone. If I have, because I have 2 events this Saturdays happening, so the store and an
Yeah.
event. So I'm gonna
Dang.
have a third employee, so I can send that third employee. But if we're not gonna have any sales, it's not worth my time, and
Yeah.
it's not, and it drains you. Because if I do great sales and it's an event like, oh, it's a 2-hour event, and I'm gonna do a great sale that in those 2 hours then I'm okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said no, and she says, you know what? It's my first time, and I don't know how it's gonna go. So
Yeah.
that rang my bell of like, okay, thank God I'm asking these questions now.
Yeah. Totally. Man, I wish you had done it so we could get the scoop, but
Those were
but
the
I'm glad that you're
podcast.
like, yeah. I feel like your internal, conscience is wide awake from all the years in business and just like as you continue to grow. So thanks for being vulnerable with us and kind of sharing a little bit of stories and how you manage, different opportunities that come your way and what works and what doesn't work for you. This is great. And I'm very excited to see you on Thursday.
Oh, me too. I'm excited. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be phenomenal. I'm the type of person that I love to try these things.
Yeah.
When I approached it to you and I said, hey, let's do it. I doing other events at the store too with other
Yeah.
collaborators, just kind of helping each other. And the way I see it is like, foot traffic coming to the store. Like on Sunday,
Yeah.
we had a pop-up here for matcha, and the clients that came in didn't buy right away, but it was over 50 people here.
Yeah.
So those 50 people, someone likes jewelry, someone's going to tell someone. And
Exactly.
maybe they don't come now, but they're going to come after. So it was free foot traffic for me that day, exposure in my area in Fort Worth for new clients. So you just never know.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping it's really good for you. Karina, yeah, Karina did when weren't we at the expo and
When
I
I
was
told
talking
you,
about yeah, because I had magazines. Actually, that expo was the very first one. Ben, I told you this, the very first expo that we had the magazine at.
Yes.
And this is the booth I shared with Karina. And I had two sales that day, which was like a win for being the
yeah,
first time. And I was telling her, like, I would really love to do an issue release party, but like, I don't know who's gonna come. I don't know where I would do this. She's like, do it at my store, duh. And I'm like, really? No way.
and,
She's like,
you
yeah,
know,
it makes
yeah,
sense.
it makes sense, and the thing is this too, I understand where she's coming from because if she doesn't know if people are going to show up, imagine renting a space.
I know.
Like, so this is where I personally also like to find when I still do it. I try to collab a lot.
Yeah.
What can I collaborate? What can I do in exchange? Like I did
Mhm.
my grand opening, when I did my grand opening on my previous store,
Mhm.
I collaborated with a chef, which is Carla, and she
Mm.
pretty much we exchanged. I gave her jewelry. She made the food.
Yeah.
The food was way over like expensive than I would have been able to afford.
Mhm.
But you know what? She told me I decided because first, it's getting me the foot in the industry.
Yeah.
I need photos. And so it just worked out amazing. To this day,
Yeah.
we have a great relationship. I met her through a pop-up event I made at my store. She
Ah.
came in, we connected. So yeah, networking, if you don't like to network, locally, you're gonna have an issue trying to do
She's
business.
like, that's too bad for you.
Isn't it true, Ben? Tell me, like real estate, no, you guys, because I
Oh,
also,
Ben networks. Ben
yeah,
networks.
I I have a third passion besides jewelry and travel industry. It's real estate. I have a little midterm rental that I started here, so that's a little thing I want to do. Like one of
Ah,
the things I would love to do one day is like hopefully own my own business for my own place for my own business.
oh my gosh.
Every time I pay rent for this business, I'm like, oh my God, this could be going on my own property. But I need
Your
to.
own spot. Yeah.
Hey, but I've been in two of your shops and I can totally see you're doing so well. You make the spaces beautiful no matter where you are. And you're definitely gonna get there. Just your attitude and who you are and how you network and know people, it's gonna take off, Karina, truly. Yeah, I'm seriously so grateful that I met you and that we have this connection that you're supporting me, right? Like that's all anybody can ever ask for. Um, it's funny because, you have to have faith in your own business before anybody
Yeah.
else can. So that's another reason why we're having this party is like, I want to celebrate being in business for 2 years. If I don't, who's going to? So I love that we're celebrating all of our small wins all the time and it's really, really good. So yeah.
Ben, you were gonna say something?
Oh, I was just going to say that there's real estate industry is a wild industry, but as Kristen said earlier, there's so many, no matter what kind of entrepreneur you are or small business owner you are, a lot of this stuff applies, whether you're in the wedding planning industry, custom jewelry, real estate, as somebody who's got to take care of your own bills and there's no regular paycheck every 2 weeks. A lot of the themes that Kristen and I have talked about on previous episodes, we have the same kind of story, even though we do two totally different things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Very true.
Okay, well, Karina, you have a client coming in any minute. So I know that we have to let you go. Um, any final words for our viewers before we let you take off?
Yeah, all I can say is if you have the desire to own your own business or even give it a try, go for it. I started like when I had my corporate job, I was doing it on the side part-times in the evenings. You gotta sacrifice a little bit. I will not lie about it, especially during in this economy, it hasn't been easy. But there is room for everyone to grow, and I stay in my lane. I don't care if I have 3,000 jewelry stores around me, because
Yeah.
I did get those people saying, "Oh, you have, you know, a lot of jewelries already." I'm like, it's okay. I have
Yeah.
a customer, a client that I want to serve. There are clients that want to have that one-on-one interaction, personalized service, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
catering to them, a boutique type of experience for them.
Yeah,
And
there's no other Karina at those other jewelers, so hello.
so just stay focused. Even if you don't have a family member, because that's another problem. Some people don't start a business because their partner might not be as supportive.
Hmm.
I made that mistake in my 20s. Do not make that mistake. So if you're listening and you're in your 20s and you have the desire to do your business, do it.
All right.
Ben,
Because,
Ben's
yeah,
like, I
do it.
second.
No,
Did
I
I?
was seconding the in your. She said if you're in your 20s, I'm like, yes, that's me.
Yes, because I came from a entrepreneur family. I had no, you know, how do you say this? Oh, I forgot the word in English. Kush. Like I had no excuse. That was the
Say it
word.
in
No,
Spanish.
yeah, my mom was always pushing me to have a business.
Yeah.
My sister started her business in her 20s, and right now she has like 10 real estate properties. Like I should have done that.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
if you start early on now, I started late, but it's never too late either. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the experience I learned in my 20s is helping me be the business owner I am today, you know? And
Totally.
right now, no matter if one day I don't have a successful day in my business, that's not going to determine where my business is going. So just stay focused,
Amen.
know what you want, and if you fail, that's okay because you risked it and you tried it and you can sometimes you start with an idea, it doesn't work, you can figure something out because in my case, I didn't want to be a bench jeweler, but when I saw the idea of making jewelry on the spot, like permanent jewelry, that skyrocketed my business. That was the product that in my third year elevated me to where I am right now.
Mm. I mean, clearly everybody loves a product. I actually I think I told you this too when I first met you is like I don't wear jewelry. Like I never have earrings, I never have necklaces. I got all of these rings from my husband or my mom, literally, and I never wore any bracelets and I when I started talking to you about it and I went to your shop and I got a permanent bracelet, I said I'm perfect for this. I
Yes.
don't have to put anything on or off. It's there with me forever.
Yes.
Couldn't be more perfect. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I love it. Yeah. You bring a lot of light and I know you have other um charitable work that you do that you have partnerships with that too and so everybody should what tell people where they can find you on your Instagram, your website. How do they get in touch with you? How do they get to know you and shop?
Yes, for sure. So they can shop online, www.safidojewelers.com. Maybe you can spell that out because
Yeah.
and my handle on Instagram, in Facebook is Zafiro Jewelers with two L's because I grew up in Canada. I didn't say that actually, but yeah, that's what is the two L's.
I love it.
And then on TikTok, I'm right now very active as well. Zafiro Fine Jewelers on TikTok. And they can definitely reach us online, or if you're local, if you're listening and you're in the Fort Worth, Dallas area, we're more than happy to have you in store.
Come on down. November 6th, 5 to
Yes,
8 p.m.
definitely. So,
Karina, thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope that your next client is really good and keeps cha-ching and bring them bills in, baby. Let's go.
yes, so hopefully, I'm nervous about this one. It's an elongated diamond cushion cut, and so I'm a little nervous
Oh,
about it.
oh,
It's
it's gonna be
my
beautiful.
first time selling an elongated cushion cut. Oval and rounds have been the most popular and marquee.
Okay.
But it's amazing. I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you guys for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ben.
I'll see you on Thursday.
Yes. Take care,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
That was great, man.
Aw,
She's
I love her so
what
much.
is it? I was thinking about her. She's a good testament to like people who are starting businesses, trying to get them going, to the value of like two things, like goal setting, but like business planning.
Hmm.
Because I see a lot of, and at least in the real estate thing, all this wave of people constantly getting their real estate license, and then like, I'm about to go get paid. They have no plan. They have set no goals. They didn't put together a business plan. They're just out there flapping in the wind and they're not successful. And you like listen to her talk about like taking time to think about what she wanted her business to be, who her perfect type client is, and like really being strategic with some of her decisions, even some of them because she made mistakes, but
Mhm.
learning from them.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
I know. I feel like I need to grow up a little bit and put some sort like I do. I I manifest all day, baby. I just kind of what feels right in my tummy tum.
I
But
get it. I get it. I'm I'm like
it's
you.
like a balance of the two. It really is.
That's where you want to get is where
Yeah.
you have goals and you are doing some of these business planning exercises, but not losing track of like trusting your gut, like
Yeah.
on what to do or not to do.
Yeah. I love the mentor piece that she brought into it too.
Mhm.
All of my old bosses, I still keep in contact with. They still help me make big decisions when I need like that level of support. Um, Shout out to Tej, Matthew, Tracy, Nanette. Shout out, baby, Angelo, Boss Angelo, not brother. Whoop. But anyways, that was really good. I'm really glad that we had her on. So,
Great. It was a great idea by you, and she was really good. And yeah, we'll share when we post our stuff, we'll make sure we tag her store and share all her contact information so folks can support her because it sounds like you don't even have to live in DFW to take advantage of what she does. Like
totally.
doing custom stuff, she could help you from anywhere. I
Yep.
might have needed that after episode 21. I should have reached out.
I was just thinking about that. Okay, before we wrap, do you have some viewer feedback?
I do
Viewer
have a few if you want me
feedback.
to
Da,
share
da,
them.
da,
Let
da.
her rip.
A couple of them we touched on earlier. Somebody wanted to know if this week did I finally send the text to Dusty Buns? And you've already heard that yes, I did. It's
Mhm.
pending, no response yet. It's been about 24 hours, but I will circle back on it. Last week I got pointed out for not doing it. So
You're
uh,
like, I can't win either way.
I can't win. Mike wanted to know, has Rev told his wife yet about the pod situation, the rant?
Yep.
As
Yeah.
explained, I told her I got her right where I want her, Mike. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna use this as a springboard to next level marriage type shit. So don't you worry about it.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. Um, Couple fewer feedbacks about the fact that I got a little teary about Dustin's grandmother passing away.
Oh, he did. He did say that because didn't you say that in your text, right?
I said something about that, yeah.
Yeah, you were like, I want to let you know, Kristen was making me get teary-eyed. And he's like, why is Ben getting teary-eyed about my grandma? And I said,
Oh,
it's a super, we got family stuff going on too. It's just all compounding.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and he's a marshmallow.
And I'm a marshmallow,
Are
but
you doing it right now? Are you,
maybe a little bit.
you,
Here's the thing.
you
I
literally are.
I
Wait,
love
come closer. Come, come closer. You are.
turn off all these bright lights.
Turn your lights off.
I love Dustin, and it's his grandmother, so
Yeah,
I'm sad about it. So
yeah.
the comments were um Tina said, "Does Rev need meds? He's been crying a lot," which is funny
Yeah.
because Kenya, who I grew up with, Kenya actually said maybe you found your first pod sponsor, Prozac. I've got emotional needs, Kenya. Take it easy. Don't judge. Okay. Don't put me in that
We
box.
listen and we don't judge.
Don't judge. We use kind words, and I did read Prozac Nation because an ex-girlfriend of mine was out of her mind, and it helped me to understand her better. Anyway, um, yeah, Keith actually had a question for you, Prima. He said he was very confused slash intrigued by your use of the term quick and dirty. Quick and dirty.
Oh, I don't even know what we were talking about. I was just,
Reference to.
sometimes when I talk, my brain is a little bit slower than my mouth. So that was probably one of those times.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
he wanted to know what if that was a reference to a show or something, a movie. I was like,
No, it's just like, when you are like saying something really fast, I guess.
quick and dirty.
I don't know.
I last one. No, yeah, last one.
I like how you laughed already.
Because this is Mikey who has commented has been on viewer feedback before. He said Rev's really struggling with understanding the idea of daylight savings time.
Oh, that was me. That
So
was,
you had me all twisted up last week on
yeah.
episode 23 about daylight savings, and I had a flight the next morning, and I was like, "Damn, I'm gonna oversleep." And then I mentioned it to my wife, and you know
She
how
texted me. She texted
they're
me.
serious. Listen, they're serious when it comes to facts. She
Yeah,
was
it was my bad.
she was like, "Fall back," and I was like, "No, we're going ahead an hour." She's like, "No, we're not." I'm like, "Yeah, Kristen told me that." She was like, "What?" She immediately pulled her phone out and was like, "I'm gonna text her." I was like, "Damn."
I was like, that is my two things I got wrong about that.
In
And
the day,
let me just say, yeah, because like on my phone, I thought it was yesterday, but it says daylight savings ends.
you
Why is it on my calendar that way? I didn't input that. I didn't input that. Apple did that.
I don't
So
know.
my bad.
You had me
We
all
fell
off.
back.
So
Fell back.
Mikey, no, I was not. I was confused because Prima
I
BP
know.
gave me bad intel.
I'll take it.
But like in most cases, I always get put back on the right path by my wife.
It's my bad. Brownie points.
Stick together, got to stick together, BP. Anyway, that's it for today. I have some more, but I'm going to save it for the next episode. In the name of time, and I've got some funny other things to bring up on the next episode with you. Just random pod comments.
I love it. Are we going to see your sister on the next one?
Yes, episode
Okay.
25. That's a
Fine.
big number. That's a 25. I mean, she's making an appearance on a big episode.
That's why we're having her on.
We'll be live from my sister's living room here in Cleveland, Ohio, more specifically in Parma, Ohio. And the city of Parma's slogan is "Meet me in Parma." So I will meet you, Prima BP, in Parma for episode 25.
All right. I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And we'll have my sister, Rachel, and maybe her dog, Grizz. And
Grizz.
yeah, and it'll be great.
Okay. Well, that wraps up 24
That
then.
wraps it up. But listen, don't forget, you're the best.
You're the best. You.
Best.
Right
You're
there.
the best.
Boop, boop,
You're the best.
boop.
See you on episode 25.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.